wait, I don't show my clock if I'm over here. Look at this cool clock. Everybody's commenting about this clock. This clock is from Erica Cooper. I think Ish might have had something to do with it too. Isn't it cute? Just my little running unicorn back there. Hey guys, so are you guys the ones not watching The Walking Dead? Is that on right now? I don't even know. I tuned out after football and I have no idea what's on TV right now. I'm sure it's probably something important. Hi guys, hi Nicole, hi Miriam, hi Rachel. So this isn't one of my live tutorials, so it might be a little looser, but it was so funny. I was sitting here racking my brain going, okay, I'm going to put a quote together and it's going to like be what corporate said versus what Limelight said. And it's going to be a shocking thing. And I don't know. I was working on this quote and when you work on quotes, when it ends up being a paragraph long, it just doesn't look as cute in a quote. And I'm like, you know what? I need to just get on live and talk about this. I feel like this is something that we can have a discussion on. Hi, guys. So I guess you guys aren't watching Walking Dead either. Is Walking Dead on right now? I feel like it is. You're making roux for gumbo. Felicia, you bring that roux right on over here. You can finish over here. By the way, have you guys, while I'm waiting for people to join, so we had this wall done. Do you see this wall here? This is I'm calling this my unicorner. This is Kat's unicorner. Obviously all the unicorn stuff is right here. But Patty has been helping me a lot, and we ran into a lot of just amazing like unicorn cards. Like, let's see, they're all clipped on here. Just like awesome unicorn cards and things that people have sent me over the time, like teammates and stuff. Here's from Morgan. I've got stuff from Tara. I've got birthday cards. I have Ray's baby is on my wall. Just lots of team things. Got Michelle and Madison and other corporate type stuff. I even got some personal cards on here as well. But it's so funny. I told my friend Patty, I was like, I feel like Candy Crush, if it was like about unicorns, totally just like threw up all over my walls. But it's okay. Because honestly, it's my happy place. It is like this corner of the entire house just makes me feel like, all right, cool. This is why I'm doing this, right? So I love it. Even though it looks like pretty crazy, I'm totally okay with it. It's like totally graffitied behind me. I just need to have the kids draw on the walls or something. Hi, Lisa. Okay, let me go ahead and get started. All right, so what I was thinking, again, I don't really have like an idea of what I'm going to be talking about, so just go with me here. My thought process tonight was, everybody was downstairs. I'm gonna move this over just for a second so I don't see any comments just yet. My thought process for tonight was kind of like, we all had our first dinner at the table tonight. Like, we have not had a full all hands on deck cooking session. We had fresh pasta that Lewis made. He made his sauce. Like, he's known for making this handmade pasta with sauce, and we had chicken parmesan, and we were all in the kitchen. And because our house now is an open concept house, it's like every dish, every whatever, you just want to do it. It actually makes me want to clean. I've never wanted to clean in my life, but now it's like I want to clean because it's so easy to just be around the family, still hang out, but get stuff done and put away. And I just love the way it looks when it's all put away. So everybody went off to go watch football afterwards. And now I think they're all downstairs watching The Walking Dead. And I was sitting up here in my room. It's the first time I really had any time to myself. And I'm like, man, have we come a long way? We have come a long way from only 3 years ago, where I've told this story before, but where only 3 years ago, I mean, maybe even 4 years ago, 3 to 5 years ago, really, I mean, our cars were being repossessed. My credit was shot. I had to work with Ruben Colomb on my credit because I remember being late 30, 60 days on my car payments all the time. That was the norm, like just trying to catch up with the payment before. And now I'm like looking around this house. This whole house is filled with brand new furniture. I think we brought one couch and one bed from our other house, and everything else is just brand new. And I'm ordering whatever I need at any time and not having to worry about like bills or payments or anything like that. And I think it finally just hit me like, wow, like that's a crazy change in lifestyle in 3 years. And, I knew that it was a possibility of being able to make that kind of money in network marketing. But I was working at corporate, many years ago. And at corporate, So this was just a little side thing that may or may not panned out. I didn't know. I just I like doing it. And I guess that was the most important thing to me, is that if I was going to join some kind of network marketing company, and it would be because, one, I'm just like a giving person and I like to be able to give my advice along with the product that I'm sharing. To me, it's not selling. It's me just teaching people how to use makeup, and here's a product that you can, just copy what I'm doing and what I'm showing you at home. And it was just so simple to me. It's like, why not do that? It didn't make sense not to, right? So I was like, maybe when I have free time, have some girlfriends over and we can talk about makeup. Like, that sounds like fun. Okay, I'll go buy a kit and do that. In the meantime, I was working at a job. I'm not going to name any places. You guys probably know where I worked before in the past if you've followed me at all. But I was working at a job, and I was sitting there remembering, dang, okay, I'm thinking about what I've been able to make now. How we're just being able to purchase whatever we want. But how it was back then. And I remember a time where my boss literally told me, and I feel like I can talk about this freely because I believe it's changed now. I think that my leaving started the process of looking into the systems there that allowed it to change for the people who were still there, which I'm very grateful for, because that way they're not having to deal with a lot of the stuff that we had to deal with before. But I remember we would have these annual bonus things. We had to rate ourselves, like a 3 to a 5, like a 1 to a 5. How good were we in this section of our job, and how good we were in this section of our job, being proactive and doing the admin work and understanding. Like you rated yourself from 1 to 5, and a lot of us would rate ourselves 5 if we felt like we were doing amazing at certain tasks. And a lot of us, would probably say 4 to play it safe a little bit. 3 if they weren't really doing anything. Nobody I don't think ever rated themselves a 1. But I remember really being proud. I've always been proud of what I do. It doesn't matter what job I'm doing. I'm always going to be very proud and put my all into it and try to find creative ways to work it and make it fun. Like, I am such a blue personality that it's got to be fun and stimulating for me. So I make the most and the best out of any job that I have. So I really believe that I brought to the table 5s all across, just 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. And, I want to say maybe I gave myself a 4 or a 3 on 1 or 2 of the subjects, but for the most part, 5. And I remember my boss back then, they grade you and give it back to you and say, here's what you really got. And you're like, okay. They grade you and give it back to you. And I remember there being 3s, and my rates would drop down, and I was like, maybe some of the 4s I got, but most of them got downgraded to 3s versus the 5s that I was giving myself and I was rating myself. And I'm like, okay, and I asked, well, what do you have to do here to actually get the best rating? Because the rating was tied to your bonus. By the way, that bonus, guys, after a year of pay, that bonus was maybe a little bit more than $1,000. And I'm like, what do you have to do to get these 5s so that this can, be equivalent to a bigger bonus? And the answer I got was, you basically have to walk on water. You have to be perfect. You basically have to walk on water. I have to be Jesus. This is what I got from this. And I was like, okay, it's impossible, right? It's impossible. Then that got me thinking about what a difference that is here. And it could be in all network marketing. I don't feel like it's all network marketing, but it's definitely in Limelight. But here, I'm allowed to be my absolutely authentic self. I can give my coworkers, my team, whoever, a hug when I want to. I can send them gifts when I want to. It's not considered unprofessional. I remember the first day of my job, I knew 90% of the team that was in that room. And I didn't know 1 or 2 people. It was the people who were interviewing me. And I remember going around and giving hugs to everybody. And because that one person I didn't know, I was like, hi. And I was like, here, I'll give you a hug too. And I'm just being myself. I'm just being friendly. And I actually got a little bit of a mini scolding after that, saying that it was very unprofessional for me to be giving hugs in a corporate atmosphere. And I'm just like, these are my makeup artist friends. It's not like we're sitting here with anchors on set and talking to, even the politicians hugged each other, and I was just like, really? This is okay. So I remember that was one of my first days, and remembering just conform, make sure you're conforming. And it wasn't a thing that just made me a better person to not give hugs. I would understand if I was in the wrong and that I needed to be a better person. And so therefore not hugging people would make me a better person. It wasn't like that at all. Here, I can be authentically myself. I can be genuine. Thank God. I can have unicorn things to the side of me, behind me, all this other stuff. And I'm not sitting, and I work for myself, and I'm not sitting there worried about if I'm coming across badly when I know all my intentions are good and that I'm willing to have communication so people understand my intentions and know where I'm coming from. And that wasn't a thing that you could do back over there. You know, you could not talk about feelings. You could not talk about intentions. You just had to do the job. I remember being told that I needed to have things in bullet point letters because I couldn't have paragraphs, more than one paragraph. I mean, it was so specific, guys. And I'm like sitting here, I'm like, this was the norm to me for so long. I guess it's the norm in corporate world. And then you can see my brain was going back and forth between all this. And I'm like, and then here I am at Limelight, and I'm allowed to be imperfect. I'm allowed to make mistakes, and I'm forgiven when I do, and I'm allowed to learn from those mistakes, and I'm allowed to go back on my team page or here on public and say, hey, like, I made this mistake, don't do this. Or if you're going to do this, just know that I tried to warn you, and you might have, and you can recognize it for what it is when you find yourself in a situation. There's so many mistakes that you can make. And I get paid literally to make those mistakes, fall on my face, pick myself back up, and teach others how to not do the same thing. I get paid to share my knowledge, not hold back, not be discreet, not conform to what other people expect of me. I can be absolutely authentic, genuine, and real in this job. And that $1,000 that I worked so hard for, that I needed to basically walk on water for at the end of the year, is a drop in the bucket these days. Is a drop in the bucket. And I'm like, gosh, it's so funny because so many people who work in corporate America, not corporate America necessarily, but just in jobs in general, will look at network marketing as a thing that is the crazy option. Oh, those crazy network marketers. Who would want to go and do that? Who would want to go and try to sell something? They're only looking at the surface level of you're selling something. They're not looking at the part where you're bettering yourself. You're learning how to help lead others. You're learning how to help others create a stable and financial income. You're cheering people on. You have a support group. You guys work together. They only believe these like ideas that somebody put in their head at one time or another, or maybe they just worked with the wrong, maybe they did do direct sales or network marketing at one point and they just ended up in the wrong company that taught them all the ugly, nasty stuff that you're not supposed to do in direct sales. Maybe they just found themselves under the wrong leadership. And that is where their idea comes from about how bad network marketing is. In the meantime, guys, and I'm going to switch back to comments here in a second. I don't have any comments on right now, but in the meantime, guys, I then realized that I am making, and I've never been open about what I'm making. I'm not going to give you a number, but I am making that annual salary that I busted my ass for a year to make this annual salary, and that maybe $1,000, and maybe I would get 25 cents to $2 more on my hourly check or my hourly pay every single hour. Maybe if I got those percentage points and the bonus all lined up and everything, I am making that annual salary, nearly that annual salary every single month at Limelight by Alcom for 3 years of work. For 3 years of work. And one of the things that I tell Kendra, or that Kendra talks about all the time, which I love her analogy, is that people go to 4 years of college to 8 years of college to make that great salary, to make an amazing salary. Or the hopes are that you're going to make an amazing salary, that you're going to make your dream salary if you invest 4 to 8 more years of your time after you're done with high school. You're going to invest more time to possibly make that dream income. And as a makeup artist, it was pretty crazy that I had that opportunity without investing my time that 4 to 8 years in college, because I was a makeup artist and I found myself in a management position in corporate America. But I would do it that 4 to 8 years of investing in myself, not in a business, not in college, whatever, but investing in myself and in my passion for whatever I'm standing behind, no matter what company it is, whatever I'm standing behind, to know that I could definitely make that same income, but maybe even make that monthly and not yearly. And that is where I don't want to say my blood was boiling. I wasn't like getting angry, but I did start to get really frustrated. I got to get really frustrated with this idea that network marketing and direct sales is what is Mary Kay? Mary Kay said, Mary Kay Kemper is my upline, not Mary Kay Cosmetics, but Mary Kay is my upline. Her name is Mary Kay. And she says something like, direct sales is not a plan B for losers. It's not. There's so many people who are just real smart, entrepreneurial minded businessmen and women that are in network marketing. Some of the most amazing life lessons and business lessons I've ever learned are from people in network marketing, not even people who were in corporate America. And on the flip side of that, as a makeup artist in the freelance industry, that was crazy too. And if you guys are freelancers on here and everything, you'll know what I'm talking about. But it's always chasing the dollar. It's always trying to figure out where your next job is coming from. And what's even crazier, and it just to the point where, okay, put it this way. I was at one of my teammates' not programs, but community gatherings, makeup artist community gatherings. And we were in Old Town near DC. And I heard everybody in this room talking about how they were makeup artists. And I was invited to this, and I kind of sat in the back. Some people may have known me, some people don't. I'm not the type who's just going to insert myself into the front of the stage or like the front of the rows and be like, here, let me give you my opinion. I'm very much a sit back, kind of listen to what everybody has to say and give my opinion if there's a genuine opinion that I want to talk on. I don't go to these things to be seen, to be heard, whatever. Like, it's for me to soak up. It's to soak up the energy. It's to soak up and learn more of the community, to learn the new artists that are coming out. It's not a thing where I need to be center stage, nor do I want to be center stage. So I went there and I sat in the back. And many of the makeup artists in this group, which is going to be the same no matter where you have these kind of opportunity meeting. It was an opportunity meeting. It was just specifically about the makeup industry. Many of these gatherings are going to come to the same conclusion. I'm a makeup artist. I've been doing this for so many years. What am I going to do when I'm 60 or 70 years old? What if I don't want to bring my kit around everywhere anymore? How do I retire doing this? I don't have a retirement plan. I'm paying my own bills. I'm a 1099 contractor. And I sat and their backs are hurting and, they're working so hard to find new clients because the old clients, they've gotten married, they've had kids, they're not needing makeup services anymore. And what are they going to do? And like, I almost jumped out of my skin, and I pretty much did. And I was like, in the back of the room, excuse me, can I say something really quick? Do you mind? And I think it was Renata or Shanae or somebody that was like, yeah, please, like, we'd love to hear what you have to say. And I was like, you guys need to be retailing. You guys, I hear what you're saying. There is a solution. And it's a solution that you've probably been told isn't a solution, or that you've probably brought to mind that it's beneath you, or it's not you, or whatever it is. But there's a solution. If you are only getting your client in your chair one time, maybe 2 or 3 times, the span of the lifetime of one of your clients, if you're advertising on The Knot, on Wedding Wire, on whatever you have to advertise on, whatever you're paying for, whatever magazine you're throwing an ad in, and you're advertising to get your customers, just to do them one time, put them in your chair, do their makeup, and let them go on for the rest of their life, you are so wasting your money, your time, and your talent. You guys need to really be paying attention to how you can service your clients above and beyond that one day. It's point blank. If that person loves the service that you gave them by telling them about the makeup products that you used on them during their service, and they purchase it and they love it and they have it every single day, and then they use it on themselves and they want to come back to you to order more, or you get them loving your all-natural skincare, which is our case at Limelight, then you've got a client for life. Not only do you have a client for your life, I used to laugh at the term beauty guide. Like, we're called beauty guides at Limelight by Alcon. I was like, oh, we got one of those hokey terms, like we're a beauty guide, But then when I thought about it, I was like, you know what? Beauty guide is actually exactly what we are. We are literally guiding people through their beauty routines. It's their skincare. It's their makeup. If somebody's not a professional skincare or makeup artist, guess what? They have an entire community of skincare estheticians, pros and makeup artists at their fingertips. And if they don't know the answer, guess what they do? If your beauty guy doesn't know the answer of whatever you're asking them, they contact me. They contact their teammates that are makeup artists. They contact anybody on any of our boards and say, hey, my client's looking for a solution to this. And you're going to get a pro answer from somebody somewhere, and they're going to pass it on to you. And that's the beauty of this community. And to hear all these makeup artists not getting it, that they were so stuck in this idea that network marketing is the same old game that it was a million years ago, where you had to talk people into something and you couldn't just be genuinely sharing something, or that it looked cheesy, or that whatever their mindset was. I was like, you guys are doing yourself a disservice. You put so much time and energy, and you put so much money into what you're trying to put out there, only to give it away basically after you're done with the service. It's like, you guys, like retail's where if you don't want to brand your own line, go ahead and brand your own line. That's great. Rocky does it. Lottie did a collection with us, team up with different things. But at least, and probably even the best option, because I've been down the private label option. I've had my own makeup line, guys. My makeup line was called Makeup is Art, and it's named after my firstborn, Mia, M-I-A. And I've been there, and I was the bookkeeper, I was the accountant, I had to do the SKU numbers. Do you think I wanted to do all that? No, I just wanted to do makeup. I just wanted to create looks for photo shoots. But I was behind the scenes having to do all the math stuff that I hated. And that kind of thing, that experience led me to understand what a gift it was when Limelight came along, where I could still have pro products that I used on photos, on photo shoots, on TV sets. I could still have that, and I could still retail that if somebody genuinely loved what I was using on them. And I could make commission from that. I could be of service to my client. I didn't have to give them 50 different websites to 50 different products I was using. I didn't have to give them a substitute for what I really wanted to give them, because they didn't have access to what I wanted to give them. I had a business where I didn't have to do SKU numbers. I didn't have to have my own content for material. I had all that literally wrapped up in a little bow and sent to my house with a web link and everything for $169. And then I sit here and wonder, is network marketing, is direct sales, whatever company you're in, is that the crazy option? Is it? Is it the crazy option? Or is working your butt off in corporate for, and I tell this story all the time, I heard it one time and I love it, but it's just the best analogy for me. You work for 18 years so you can be the vice president of that company. 18 whole years. You busted your butt. That president at the beginning said, if you work your way up the ladder, you can be my partner. You can be the vice president of this company. And you start at the bottom and you work your way up to the top. And in those 18 years, that president's son becomes 18 years old. And guess who gets the vice president role? Guess who gets the vice president position? Maybe the son. You don't know. You're investing in somebody else's promises and somebody else's dreams instead of investing in yourself. Now, what could you do in 18 years investing in yourself? And if you are somebody who's like a freelancer, an entrepreneur, and you're investing in yourself, what are you doing to keep your clients? Or are you just throwing it all away? And when I sat here tonight and I was like, look, I didn't even drink my wine yet. I haven't even drunk my wine yet because I'm just so like, man, I got to the point where I was really starting to believe that maybe I was crazy for thinking of network marketing and direct sales as an actual viable option. But I'm sitting here in this house being able to afford anything that I want at any time. And literally I think of something and I go on Amazon or I go on Birch Lane or I go on whatever and just get it because we need it. And I sit back and look at where I was conditioned to believe that I was supposed to be and how I was supposed to do things and how long I was supposed to work at something for it to make sense, when I'm like, dang, like I wish I had thought of this sooner. I wish this opportunity came sooner. But it doesn't matter if it doesn't, because at least for our company, we're still at the beginning of everything. And I'll tell you, even if you knew network marketing and direct sales back then, network marketing and direct sales is very different now. So it's almost like, let's say that in the last 5 years, maybe 10 years, but maybe let's just, for argument's sake, say in the last 5 years, that network marketing is like network marketing 2.0. It's self-development, it's leadership, it's sharing, not selling. It's about attraction marketing. You put out what you like, and maybe somebody who likes what you like will reach out to you. It's a very non-sleazy way of doing things, depending on the company, but I know here at Limelight by Alcon, that's what it is, right? So let's say that's the case, that network marketing is a whole new thing. So you know the network marketing of old and you don't want to try it. And I'm trying to tell you guys that there is a network marketing of new. And it's something that people are proud to be in. It's something that I don't ever see anybody say, I regret that I tried this. I regret that I had a $169 kit and got $400 worth of product and I tried it. No, if anything, they got thousands of dollars worth of self-development training on a weekly basis, on almost a daily basis. They got support of their industry peers. If they're a makeup artist, they got support of other moms who are like trying to work a business while they're staying at home with their newborn. They got support of people who are willing to show them how to do their makeup if they've never done their makeup in their entire life, or how to run a business if they've never thought about being an entrepreneur themselves. They got support. They got makeup. They got so much more than $169 could even, like, talk about walking on water and being a miracle. It's like multiplying of the fishes and the loaves. You get $169 and you get everything else. That's the real miracle, not trying to get all fives on a bonus test at corporate and trying to get your $1,000 bonus. So I'm gonna scoot over here. Let me actually go back to videos. I'm sorry if you guys were I totally just zoned out. Oh, my husband just joined. I guess Walking Dead is done, right? So hi guys. All right, I'm back. If you guys have any questions, let me know. So I'm now realizing that I'm not the crazy one. And you guys who've taken a chance on network marketing, you guys are not the crazy one. You're actually so far ahead of the curve because everything is going to turn into a network marketing or direct sales approach in the future. Stores, online stuff, everything is going this direction and you guys are ahead of the game. And if anything, I will always, always, always look to my network marketing and direct sales people as people that I'm going to recommend to any job, to fill my spot in at any job, to if I was asked to have a motivational speaker go to somewhere and speak to a college or whatever. If I was asked for my expertise to recommend somebody, I'm always going to go for my network marketing peeps. Why? Because they're visionaries. They sat there and went against the curve and did what they wanted to do anyway. They're headstrong and they're thinking ahead of the game. They have invested in themselves. They believe in themselves. And that's the people that I believe in. So anyways, I just thought I would pop on. I need to have my wine. I think I poured a lot because this is a really big cup. I think I poured a lot. So I'll be sleeping nice tonight. But if you guys have any questions, let me know. But that's kind of my thoughts. Corporate, freelance, I've been there. We owned a salon, I've been there. You can pick my brain on a lot of different things, but network marketing that's where I'm gonna be. That's where it's at. I'm absolutely not changing my mind on that. And in fact, I feel like now I was kind of crazy for thinking the other options were the norm. So I think we just kind of got a little bit of a glimpse into the future with our experience at Limelight. And if this even piques your interest at all, talk to that person who's been talking to you about Limelight. Talk to me. If you've never even thought about this, I would love to talk to you about Limelight by Alcone. I am growing my team all the time. It's not one of those I have 3 positions left on my team. I have a billion. How many people are in the world? I have billions of positions on my team. I'm more than happy to talk to you. Let's do this together. Let's be crazy together. How about that? And then prove to everybody else that we're actually the normal ones. So I love you guys. Cheers. I'll see you guys later. Love you. Bye.